we are so excited now to be able to have our award ceremony for the Global Youth Conference. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's been such an inspiring time this past 2 days, full of content, full of lessons, full of inspiration. I want to give a special thanks to everyone that participated, not only as panelists, but also for people that have been attending. Before we get with our award ceremony and introducing our Global Youth Conference coordinator and master, Anumula, I wanted to bring to you attention to a trailer that I'm going to show you really quick. This is for a movie called Wisdom of Happiness. And this movie, I want to tell you a little bit about it. It shows us a timeless truth. Happiness is still possible, even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty. This powerful message of hope is delivered as a personal audience with one of the greatest living thinkers, Nobel Peace Prize winner Tenzin Gyatso, known to billions around the world as Dalai Lama. Speaking as a member of our single global community, he shares practical wisdom for finding peace, compassion, and hope in the midst of chaos. With disarming clarity and deep humanity, he invites us to imagine and help create a world where compassion is activated as our strongest force for change and happiness is within reach for everyone. Now, let me press play here and let's watch this trailer. I'm sorry, I think I'm not playing music here, so let me give it a second and see if we can play the music here, because apparently there's no sound. So let me see, what can we do here? Give me a second. So we're gonna add it up again. Okay, so I have to share a tab instead. Give me a second. We're about to begin this. Okay, so we should be able to share it now. There we go. Should be able to hear it now. Yes. Give me just one more second here. Let me bring this to the screen. All right, now it is.
This camera.
Yes, here.
Okay. Everybody wants happiness, joyfulness, peaceful world. Our 21st century will not be easy century. Fear, anger, hatred. In our mind, we created distinctions, different nationality, different color, different religion. Strong concept of we and they. Brothers and sisters of this small planet, we are same human beings. Meanwhile, global warming is a serious problem. Destruction of this planet is actually destruction of yourself. Our common responsibility should be work together to save our world. We all have this marvelous human brain. The problem is when negative emotions develop, our whole mind is taken over. So we must deal with emotions. I can change my mind. I can reduce anger, hatred. Nothing to do with religion. All religions carry the message of love, loving kindness, and tolerance. With different views, there is a possibility to synthesize new ideas. If majority of the world leaders become female, world become safer. I feel that. Compassion is the key factor. Non-violence, compassion, and self-confidence. These are key factors for happy individual, happy community, peaceful world. This century should be century of compassion, century of peace, no more bloodshed. Now time come, we should develop big we rather than we and they. With these wings, you can fly.
All right. Thank you again for apologies for the technical difficulty there, but we're able to listen to it now. So the reason why we're showing this trailer is because we will have a screening, a virtual screening, so anyone in the world can join us at some point between the end of November and beginning of December. So we will, with the email that you will be receiving about the conference and everything, you will be receiving a link there with more information when the show is going to be. So pretty exciting, pretty amazing to hear from the Dalai Lama, who is an incredible image of compassion and mindfulness and awareness and self-awareness. It's going to be a great opportunity to hear from him now. So with that, my friends, I want to bring up to the stage our conference leader, Anu Mullah.
Thank you, Felipe. And thank you for sharing that video. That was truly inspiring and seems like such a fitting way to transition into our next segment of the day. And I'm deeply excited about this one. As we come together in this space of shared purpose and so much learning and insight and powerful reflections over the last 2 days, I'm deeply honored to welcome all of you to one of the most special moments of our conference, the first ever Charter for Compassion Compassionate Youth Award. This award recognizes an outstanding young leader who embodies compassion in action and whose work cultivates equity, justice, and human dignity. It is my absolute honor to introduce the recipient of the Charter for Compassion Compassionate Youth Award, Miss Talibah Abdul-Wahid, a remarkable young leader whose voice and vision embody what it means to lead with both courage and compassion. Please join me in watching a special tribute from members of Talibah's community, celebrating her impact and spirit, and so much more. Featuring Dr. Gard Jameson, Treasurer of the Charter for Compassion Board of Trustees, as well as Krista Darnold, Executive Director of Compassionate Las Vegas, Will Rucker, Senior Leader of Compassionate Las Vegas, and Mackenzie Miles, Program and Communications Director at Compassionate Las Vegas. Their tribute will be followed by Talibah's acceptance message in her own powerful words. I'm just going to go ahead and pull up the video.
We are so proud to recognize Talibah with this honor. Talibah absolutely embodies compassion. For Talibah, compassion means creating space for others to feel seen, supported, and safe. Talibah is an African-American, non-binary, first-generation college graduate, law student, and advocate, and so much more. With over a decade in the nonprofit sector, Talibah has served as a foster parent, founded scholarship and mentorship programs, and completed over 300 hours of pro bono legal work, along with so many community activities I can't even keep up.
Whether through caregiving, legal work, or simply making sure others don't feel alone, Talibah strives to lead with empathy, consistency, and great care. Talibah believes compassion is shown through the continued small intentional acts that remind people that they truly matter. Talibah's favorite quote, "Your silence will not protect you."
Congratulations, Talibah.
Congratulations.
Talibah Abdul-Wahid, I want to congratulate you on receiving this award. You, my friend, are among a very few people who I look to, and I see someone who has committed themselves with all their heart, mind, body, and soul to the welfare of the planet. You, my friend, as Wahid suggests, are unique. You, my friend, are the beloved. And so I thank you for you and what you have grown in the few years on this planet, a soul that is beautiful before all creation, a soul that has a gift that is unique to you. I thank you, and I thank you, and I thank you. And may God bless you every step on your journey.
Hello, everyone. My name is Talibah Abdul-Wahid, and I am deeply honored and humbled to accept the Charter for Compassion Compassionate Youth Award. I want to begin by extending my heartfelt gratitude to the Compassionate Las Vegas team and to the Charter for Compassion. A huge thank you for this incredible recognition and for all of the work you do every day to make compassion a living, breathing practice in our communities. A very special thank you to Gard Jameson for nominating me, for your constant encouragement, and for being such a grounding source of wisdom and support in my journey. Your belief in me has meant more than words can say. I also want to thank my family, my friends, my mentors, and all of those who have guided me along the way. None of us walks this path alone. And I stand here because of the compassion that has been extended to me throughout my life. My journey to this moment has been one of resilience, curiosity, and purpose. As a survivor of childhood domestic violence, I've come to understand that compassion is transformative. It's not just for individuals and organizations, but for entire communities. Growing up as a young Black girl in a low-income neighborhood, sharing a small room with 3 sisters, there were many moments when I felt unseen, unheard, and uncertain about my place in the world. As a child, I experienced medical neglect and had my mental health diagnoses denied, the very traits that made me different. My autism, my dyslexia, my ADHD, and now my physical disabilities were often used as reasons to silence or mistreat me. I grew up fighting to be understood, and the constant struggle made me appear tough on the outside, but it left me isolated on the inside. Yet, through compassion, through the people who continued to show up and who listened and believed in me, I began to heal. After nearly losing my life at the hands of my stepfather at the age of 14, I began to realize that compassion was far more than a word or a feeling. It was a bridge that could connect people across pain, culture, and experience. The compassion that was shown to me gave me the courage to heal from the inside out. That moment, it became my calling to use my experiences, my knowledge, and my voice to help others heal through compassion. Over the past 15 years, that calling has guided every step of my work within the very communities that have helped me rebuild myself. It has led me to tutor and to make meals for the unhoused as a teenager, to teach and mentor youth as a young adult, and to partner with nonprofits, helping them strengthen their missions through grant writing and program development. Compassion has led me and has guided me to mentor children of incarcerated parents, to care for seniors during the COVID-19 pandemic, to foster young women who were survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault. The compassion that once saved my life has become the foundation of how I serve others. It has taught me that compassion isn't just meaningful, it's essential. It's the heartbeat of a purposeful and fulfilling life. The same passion has also led me to my academic and professional journey to study how public health laws and policies shape the lives of the communities like the one that raised and the one that nourished me. It inspired my work at the intersection of public administration and law, where I earned my master's in public administration with a focus on nonprofit management. Through that work, I strive to combine advocacy, policy, empathy to uplift the voices that are too often unheard. This path is what led me to the Compassionate Las Vegas team, and which led me to Gard Jameson, whose mentorship, kindness, and belief in the mission of the Charter for Compassion has been invaluable. Through that connection, I've seen how deeply our communities need compassion and how it's vital for us as advocates, social justice warriors, and people from all walks of life to carry this work forward. Today, as a fourth-year law student who's focusing on public health and immigration law, compassion continues to be my daily compass. It's what drives my mentorship with high school students to help them become the first in their families to graduate. It's what inspires my work with undergraduate students from low income and minority backgrounds to help mentor them toward grad school and law school. It's what grounds my leadership within the law school, where I serve as a student member on the faculty hiring committee to help build a more diverse and representative community within and outside of our law school. It's what fuels my research as a Black Legal Futurism Fellow and a Public Interest Fellow, exploring how law impacts communities of color and how we can bring restorative justice and circles of trust into legal education. It's what has guided me over the course of my law degree through 350 pro bono hours, working on asylum and refugee cases, and working in partnership with our local health district and our state policy center, examining how public health policy functions at the community level. Every step of this journey has reminded me that compassion is not just the foundation of healing, it's the foundation of change. For me, compassion means creating a space where others can feel seen, supported, and safe. It's not sympathy, it's solidarity. It's the conscious choice to understand before judging, to listen before leading, and to love before labeling. Compassion is a daily practice that calls us to reach beyond ourselves, to hold space for those who feel invisible, to speak up when it would be easier to stay silent, and to extend grace even in the moments of pain, difference, or disagreement. On a personal level, compassion is how I've learned to move throughout the world. It's how I honor those who have stood by me when I couldn't stand for myself. It's what drives my daily purpose, to ensure that others never feel as powerless, unseen, or forgotten as I felt growing up. I believe compassion Compassion is leadership, and compassionate leadership is what gives us the courage to face the hard truths with open hearts and to build communities grounded in understanding and respect. To lead with compassion means prioritizing empathy, to listen deeply, to seek to understand, and to bring kindness into every interaction and decision. It means hearing others' experiences without judgment, recognizing the challenges they face, and advocating in ways that still make room for their voices and stories. Compassionate leadership requires patience, care, and the humility to know that the lasting change doesn't come from one person's vision. It comes from the collaboration, connection, and the courage to keep showing up with love every single day. Receiving this reward reminds me that compassion isn't a destination, it's a daily choice. As I continue my path in public health and law, advocacy, and community service, I hope to carry this message forward that compassion and justice are not opposites, they're partners. My goal is to keep creating spaces in every organization I'm with where empathy informs action through law school, legal clinics, mentorship programs, advocacy that centers humanity and compassion at every level. And I want to continue uplifting young leaders and reminding them that compassion is strength, vulnerability is power, and that leading with love can change the world more deeply than leading with fear ever could. Once again, I would like to thank the Charter for Compassion, the Compassion Las Vegas team, Krista Darnold, Will Rucker, and Julie Murray, and to Gard Jameson for this honor and for the unwavering belief in the work that I do. This award isn't just a recognition of my journey. It's a reminder of what we can accomplish together when we lead with kindness, compassion in our hearts. To everyone watching all around the world, I hope you continue to practice daily compassion, not only in the moments of ease, but especially when it's the hardest.
What an extraordinary reminder of the power of compassion that lies in action. Talibah, your work, your voice, and your commitment to justice and healing embody everything this award stands for and everything this conference is about. Thank you for reminding us that leadership rooted in compassion does not just inspire change, it sustains it. And as we now come to the closing day of our second day of our charter programming for our second annual Global Youth Conference, I would like to take a few minutes just to let everybody know that we officially pass the baton to our incredible partners, Kids' Rights, as of today, who will be curating our final day through their State of Youth program. We welcome you all to join us as they bring together extraordinary young change makers leading efforts for human rights, climate justice, and peace building. A beautiful culmination of everything we have explored together these past 2 days. Each session, each story, and each act of compassion we've witnessed throughout these powerful 2 days is truly a reminder that every single one of us holds the power to catalyze change. We would love for you to stay connected to the Charter for Compassion through signing up for our newsletter, where we share opportunities, programs, and initiatives from across our global community. We invite you to follow our social media pages and join our Global Youth Network on LinkedIn to stay connected with the Charter for our upcoming youth dialogues, trainings, and compassion-based education programs, all designed to truly keep this movement growing. We also invite you to join 2 upcoming virtual conferences we're proud to support. Global Learning for an Open World, hosted by Actionable Innovations Global on November 19th and 20th, as well as the Thrive Conference, United for Democracy and Global Action, which we are honored to be co-hosting with Actionable Innovations Global on January 21st and 22nd, 2026. I would like to take a moment now to extend my deepest gratitude to every participant, panelist, moderator, youth-led session, and capacity building workshop presenter. It is through speakers like you that this conference becomes a truly meaningful and transformative space for young change makers around the world. On behalf of the Charter for Compassion, our deepest gratitude for the time, energy, and insight each of you brought to this space. And thank you again to our keynote speaker, Dr. Lila June Johnston, for her profound wisdom and grounding message. To our conference partners, thank you for all your collaboration and support. And a special note of gratitude to our two sponsors, Youth Collaborating for Compassion and the Human Values Center, whose generosity made this conference possible. A big thank you as well to the incredible members of the Charter's Youth Committee, Board of Trustees, and our global volunteers. Your dedication and spirit are what make this community so extraordinary. And last, but certainly not the least, before I say my note of gratitude, I would like to pull up our Charter for Compassion staff, some of whom are here with us backstage. Just going to add Narita as well. We're missing two key components of our core family, Lynn DeVry and Natalia Zurita, but they are watching in the audience. They're a little tied up with other things. And I'm just going to ask the rest of us to mute here. I think there might be a little bit of background noise. So I asked everybody to come onto stage because I'd love for our wonderful community and attendees here to put a face to the names of our mighty staff at the Charter for Compassion who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to bring this conference to life. Each one of you embodies the very heart of compassion day in and day out, supporting the Charter's countless initiatives that span continents. Thank you first to Lucy Gray, who leads the Charter's education sector and has been the architect behind the logistical and technological planning of this conference. To Felipe Zurita, our creative force and marketing director, who made sure every story and every voice was seen and heard across our platforms and did a fantastic job presenting at this conference as well. To Merida McCarthy, our program manager, who handled over 500 registrations for this conference with so much precision. To Natalia Zurita, our brilliant web developer who breathes life into our bridge to the world, the Charter's website. And finally, to both Lynn DeVry, our global coordinator, and Marilyn Turkovich, our executive director. Thank you for always guiding our team with your wisdom and belief in each of us to carry forward the transformative power of compassion, without which our aspirations and vision would remain only words on a page. It continues to inspire all of us who have the privilege of walking alongside the both of you. I am deeply honored to serve with this incredible team. And as we close out today, I want to leave you with this. Carry the spirit of this conference forward into your schools, communities, and movements. Compassionate leadership begins with one choice, one action, and one voice that refuses to stay silent. You are the leaders and the change makers who will guide us toward a world where justice, empathy, and compassion prevail. And with that, I'm going to take a quick breath just to see if any of our wonderful staff here would like to share any closing comments before we hand over, as I said, to Kids' Rights, who will be taking over with us for our final and closing day tomorrow.
I'll go really quick. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. I've been able to participate in most panels and sessions, and it's been incredible to see the work that everyone is doing and the inspiration that you're providing to everyone that listens and watches this. It's an honor to be able to be part of the medium that allows us to expand your voice and to expand your reach, because you're creating change, and it's compassionate change, which is exactly what we want and what we need. So thank you, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Anam, for doing an amazing job organizing this. This is a tremendously heavy lift. and you did it virtually by yourself. So congratulations on a job well done. You've been phenomenal during this whole process. I want to ask people to spread the word about the conference. We'd like to get our rooms even more filled the next time we do an event. And it only happens if we have this organic word of mouth that talks about what we need you to talk about the conference. We also are going to do a compassionate action conference in mid-May of 2026, where different sectors, including youth, will come together to share their strategies, ideas, projects, initiatives for growing our compassionate movement. So stay tuned for an announcement in that. The call for proposals will open up in January. Glow is next, which I put the link in the chat, which is about global education. And then Thrive is what we're going to be focused on in January, as Anna mentioned, and it's a cross-sector democracy summit for how we can preserve democracy around the world. So I hope you all will get involved and help teach others how to be more active in our world. So thanks again, Anam, and everyone. You were terrific, and I really enjoyed the sessions.
Me too. I will just piggyback on what everybody else has said and congratulating everybody that has participated on this, from the staff to each one of the presentations that I've seen today and yesterday. They've been absolutely wonderful. And to me, what they have brought back to that sometimes I lose is hope. Hope that we do have youngsters that are doing stuff. You are the next step. So we count on you, count on us. We're here for you. And thank you so much for doing this. Thank you, Anum. Thank you, team. Thank you, everybody that's been part of this.
And I think we're having just a little bit of a delay getting Marilyn unmuted. She is here and she does want to share a few words. So we're just trying to sort that out from our back end. But maybe while we're doing so, again, just to let everybody know, we will be sharing a link for certificates of attendance. So you will be receiving that, as well as all of the recordings of the sessions and everything that was on the stage. It will be available in the replay section. And I do believe we will be putting up a Charter for Compassion Global Youth Conference 2025 playlist. So we will be sharing the YouTube links all over social media, as well as with our speakers. And I think with that, we'll wrap up for today. I think maybe Marilyn's settings for her mic were not activated, which is why we couldn't hear from her. Oh, and we see that she's back.
No, still working on it. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to get her here.
That's okay. We know that she would have shared beautiful words with everybody. So on behalf of her, thank you to everybody who attended, and thank you for everybody who is still here and watching. And as I said, we are closing out with our charter programming, but the conference continues. Please do stay on tomorrow for Kids' Rights through their State of Youth program. They have some excellent presentations lined up. And we hope to connect with you on other platforms and see you in our other conferences and virtual programming. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful day or night ahead wherever you are in the world. Thank you for your presence.